Welcome to the tutorial, how to scan large object with fast mode.
Today we will demonstrate how to scan medium to large objects with proper settings. In 1.1 new version software, we add marker alignment in fast mode for scanning flat surface or objects with less geometric features. Let's see how it works.
Firstly, we need to make a correct advanced settings. Alignment mode and working distance are two key settings that influence your scanning experience and result. We suggest you select these settings based on object's features. Let's categorize objects into three types: alignment settings, marker alignment, feature alignment, texture alignment. Feature alignment. Starting from marker alignment, it works for objects lack of non-repetitive geometric and texture features, and still offers smooth tracking experience for scanning large objects. We will demonstrate the marker alignment performance by scanning a pool table, which has big flat area in center and regular geometric features in corners. First of all, stick the 6mm markers. Please make sure there are always at least 4 markers captured in each single FOV. And the markers should be allocated randomly on flat surface of object. You can see it on the screen or the preview window at the top left corner. Click on Object. Turn on Marker Alignment. The other alignment modes will be automatically switched off. The distance bar on the right side of the screen indicates the optimal working distance between the scanner and the object. The depth of field, DOF, will automatically switch to 350 to 800 mm by default. If you need more scanning efficiency and do not care much about data resolution and details, DOF can also be adjusted up to 1000 mm. It is best to keep the indicator within the green zone during scanning for optimal performance. Then click the brightness button on the left to check the exposure in upper camera viewport. Clicking on the upper part of the window increases the exposure, while clicking on the lower part decreases the exposure. Now start scan. We suggest to turn on the data quality indicator during the scanning process. Hold Vega facing the target object. Adjust the distance from scanner to the object. When the distance indicator remaining in green zone and keeping more than 4 markers showed red in the screen, maintain a steady pace throughout the scanning process and ensure the important scan areas becoming green. If you saw tracking lost, please check whether the current scanning distance is appropriate by observing the distance bar on right side, or whether current scan area has at least 4 markers for tracking. Feature alignment is always recommended by default for scanning objects with rich irregular geometric features. If you want to acquire a colorful 3D model, please turn on Acquire Texture. If the scanned object lacks geometric features but with rich texture, you need to choose Texture Alignment. If you have already selected Acquire Texture, there will be a lower camera viewport to indicate texture camera status. You can click AWB, Auto White Balance button to calibrate the colors according to the current lighting environment. Just point the scanner to a clean white plane and wait for the countdown on the screen to go from 3 to 1. Then you can start scanning 3D model. If the environment is too bright, you can click sun icon, adjust the brightness of texture camera by tap the lower part of the window to decrease it, or the upper part to increase exposure. If lighting environment is too dark, you can click the light bulb icon to open and adjust the supplement light in same way. If you also want to capture the whole background or environment information as well as the target object, adjust the working distance to 1500 will be a good option for you. This long working distance is developed not only for a more flexible scanning experience, but also for designers who require more environment information to explore their designing ideas. But you'd make sure keep tracking with object features in closer range, within 800 mm, instead of data captured in far range to 1500 mm. Vega captures the original information of object. Then you can adjust the point distance later in mesh generation phase and output mesh model with required resolution. When you have the right point cloud model, you can generate mesh by clicking buttons on the right side of Vega app. You can use one-click processing to automatically generate mesh and map the texture. The recommended point distance parameters vary each time based on evaluation of the data volume and Vega's internal computing resources. You can also adjust the meshing parameters step by step manually. Choose whether to use water type, set the resolution, and mesh smoothness, whether to apply texture mapping at the same time. Click Apply to start mesh generation. Higher resolution setting will cost longer time, which is recommended to be processed in Starvision on PC. If you want to remesh point cloud model with different setting, just choose the model in library. Click points on the top and mesh it again by setting other parameters. Click Replace. The newly saved mesh model will replace previous mesh model. As long as you still keep the original scan model in library, you can do this anytime later. Thanks for watching.